I've been driving trucks for over a decade. You get used to the long hours, empty roads, and dark nights. But one trip in particular, still haunts me to this day. It was a night like any other, or so I thought. I was on a late-night haul, taking a back-road shortcut to save time. The sky was pitch black, and the highway was deserted. No other cars, no streetlights, just my headlights cutting through the darkness. The GPS said I had about 3 hours left before my next stop. As I drove deeper into the night, I noticed something strange. The road ahead seemed off. The fog came out of nowhere, thick and heavy, swallowing everything around me. My headlights barely made a dent in it. I slowed down, trying to keep control, but that uneasy feeling hit me in the gut. Something wasn't right. I jumped into the cab, slammed the door shut, and floored it. The engine roared as I pulled away, tires screeching on the wet pavement. But that thing, it didn't stay behind. I glanced in the side mirror, and it was running, no, chasing me. Its long, bony fingers scratched against the side of my truck, keeping up with my speed. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tight I thought they'd break. The fog was still thick, and I could barely see the road ahead, but I didn't care. I just kept going faster and faster, hoping I could outrun it. Then just as suddenly as it appeared, the creature vanished. The fog lifted, the road ahead was clear, and everything seemed normal. But I wasn't fooled. Something had followed me, something I didn't understand. When I finally reached the truck stop, I was still shaking. I got out and checked the side of my truck, hoping it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. But there they were, deep, jagged scratches running along the side of the cab, just like the ones on that old abandoned truck. I don't know what I saw that night. Maybe I never will. But every time I get back on those dark, lonely roads, I wonder, is it still out there, waiting for its next victim? Then, out of the fog, I saw it. A truck. But this wasn't a normal truck. It was old, rusted, and beat up. It looked abandoned, sitting on the side of the road like it hadn't moved in years. My first thought was, maybe another trucker broke down and needed help. But as I got closer, my instincts told me to keep driving. Something about it just didn't feel right. Still, curiosity got the better of me. I pulled over and stepped out, shining my flashlight toward the old rig. The air was colder than usual, and a strange silence hung in the air. I walked closer, trying to see if anyone was inside. That's when I saw the scratches, deep, jagged marks running along the side of the truck, like something had clawed at it. And whatever did that was strong. Then I heard it, a faint growl. At first I thought it was the wind, but it was too deep, too close. My heart started racing. I backed up, trying to make sense of what I was hearing. That's when I saw it, a shape, something moving in the fog. It was tall, almost as tall as my rig, with long arms and glowing eyes that pierced through the darkness. It stood there, watching me, its face twisted, a smile that stretched too wide, eyes too hollow. My hands shook as I backed up toward my truck, praying I could make it back before it reached me.